tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namami buddhaṃ gunasāgaraṃ taṃ sattā sadā hontu sukhiya vērā. Kāyo nigunño saṅgaro nuganno gacchanti sabbe maranaṃ ahantu. Namami dhammaṃ sugatena desitaṃ sattā sadā hontu sukhiya vērā. Kāyo nigunño sakalo nuganno gacchanti sabbe maranaṃ ahantu. Namami saṅgaṃ jinarāja sāvakaṃ sattā sadā hontu sukhiya vērā. Kāyo nigunño sakalo nuganno gacchanti sabbe maranaṃ ahantu. Dear Dhamma friends, in Buddhist meditation practice, mainly we focus to attain to the enlightenment. So attaining to enlightenment, the first step that you have to develop being mindful. To be mindful, there are many ways, many methods, many techniques the people use. But at the same time, you have to have the right intention to set up your mind to practice. So when you look for the enlightenment or the nibbana or the nirvana, final salvation, there cannot be any other desires inside you. So when you have a will to the highest form of human intellect, there are two ways that you have to develop your mind. The first one called the tranquility meditation or the samadhi bhavana. It helps you to calm down and relax your mind. Why you have to practice that? Because in day-to-day life, when you have ordinary lifestyle, your mind become busy and mind always go here and there. And when you sit for meditation, and you have to develop certain ways to bring your mind back to your body. Otherwise it has a pattern to always jump and here and there, which we call monkey mind. So tranquility meditation will help you to calm down, relax and stay in one point. That doesn't mean it develop your understanding. It develop your calmness. And using that calmness inside your mind, you have to develop your wisdom. To develop the wisdom, you have to develop your understanding. So when you have the calm and relaxed tranquility mind, using that mind, learn to observe the nature of the life. So when you come to observe the nature of the life, understanding outside or understanding just the body, not going to work. You have to go to the depth of your life, the beginning point of the life, not the ending part. What you experience in the moment is the ending part. The beginning part of your life is your breathing. You have to go to the beginning part and observe the nature of the beginning part and try to understand the nature of the beginning part, and you will understand the nature of the life and the nature of the world. So that is the technique we practice, focusing our mind to inhalation and exhalation, focusing to your breathing. And when you have a tranquility mind and using that mind, when you observe your inhalation, exhalation, there is a dharma, there is a knowledge you going to out of that observing. That knowledge is self-observation, self-understanding. And you're not listening it from someone, you're not reading a book and get a knowledge. It's your own experience. When you come to that point, it's going to give you certain wisdom to you. That is included to the vipassana. So that understanding will help you to slowly, step by step, reach to your final destination or your goal, your will, which I remind in the beginning, attaining to enlightenment. So remember the two different practice methods and how it different and why it is different. Because samatha not going to help you to gain to the enlightenment. Understanding going to take you to the enlightenment. So then in the beginning we keep focus our mind to inhalation, exhalation, no any counting, no thinking kind of like I breathing in, no I breathing out, no it is not a kind of like a breathing exercise. Just let it happen. And when it happens, keep focus to the inhalation and exhalation, separately recognize this is inhalation and this is exhalation. And when you start to see the inhalation, exhalation clearly and observe a little bit more thoroughly, deeply, and see the beginning, the middle, the end. It's kind of like when you see group of people, in the beginning you can see male and female separately very easily. And when you observe more deeply, you start to see each and every person with more details. Maybe the hairstyle, the what kind of cloth they are wearing, and tall or short, and fat or thin. So these kind of details come later. But the first you recognize the male, female. And so kind of like that, in the beginning you recognize inhalation, exhalation. And then this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Stay with the inhalation and stay with the exhalation. Do nothing extra. And you stay knowingly. Knowingly means you are not thinking about something else. Your consciousness knows that you are observing inhalation. So, in the third step, and sometimes inhalation become long or short, heavy or soft, warm or cold. So try to observe these details. These all three steps will help you to come to a tranquility state of your mind. And remember, there is nothing you doing, because if you start to do, you get tired or your mind start to go to a different pattern, and it only develop your egocentric life. You will never gain any wisdom or any calmness. Day by day your mind become busy. You develop a self-centered life. Learn to observe. That is where you start to detach the self. Find the freedom. So the breathing is not you. So don't label it as you. Just observe. And after the third step, then we go to the vipassana level. So see the inhalation, exhalation, it is not something you do, it is happening to you. That is the personal knowledge that you have to learn. The life is happening to you. And look, your entire head to toes, your body will surrender to the inhalation, exhalation. And some inhalation long and some inhalation short, some heavy, some soft, warm, or each and every inhalation and exhalation different. So the every moment that you experience in your life not going to be the same. That will take you to the wisdom. That will help you to come to the higher consciousness. That will help you to stay in the moment. Why? Because each and every moment different and each and every moment happening to you. Another thing is, look the inhalation, exhalation, how work with the body. And when you have very calm and relaxed mind, you very easily you going to see it. You know it not going to ponder your consciousness and see it. You're going to see it itself. The inhalation happens and the exhalation happens. The both giving you the same nature, same life. So if you try to react or hold, it's going to become different. So when the inhalation happens, you feel good, relaxed, comfortable, and exhalation happen, you feel the same. And something come to you and it will go away. In between this, there is nothing to hold. When there is nothing to hold, then there is nothing to let go. So that is a vipassana knowledge. You observing the depth of your life, your inhalation, exhalation, you start to recognize the nature of the life. So then why you struggling to letting go, to forget things in your life? It is nothing wrong with the life. It's nothing wrong with the world. It's nothing wrong with the people. It's nothing wrong with the situations. It is because you hold. So then let things happen and let things go away. Like the breathing come, breathing go away. Just go forward in between this all. So observe inhalation, exhalation, and just like flow, go forward like a river. And don't hold into the situation, don't hold into the memory. So observe the inhalation, exhalation deeply and listen to this dharma inside you and absorb that dharma to your life. Then when you open your eyes, within your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, whatever the bodily, verbally and mentally action you do, this dharma start to come out. That create a pattern, step by step, take you to the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. And in the moment you're living and you not hold anything. When you not hold anything, there is nothing to let go. Always your mind become free. So your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Suvapat Veva, or be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this evening to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this evening with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain with the present moment, observing your inhalation and exhalation. Relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears, relax your nose, relax your upper lip, relax your lower lip, relax your chin, relax your whole face muscles, relax your teeth, relax your tongue, relax your mouth, relax your throat, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your elbow, relax your forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your chest. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and bring a pleasant smile to your face. Keep relax your face muscles. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light. Through entire this compound, this village, this city, this state, this country, this world, this universe. And as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding ourselves like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Bring the awareness to your body. Focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So in the beginning, deeply breathe in, breathe out 3 times and try to find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And slowly focus your mind to the place that you found. That you can feel your sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. Just wait there and let your inhalation, exhalation happens. And when it happens, recognize it. So don't try to inhale or exhale. Just let it happen. So the beginners, if you hear your own inhalation, exhalation, Just calm it down. Let your body to be itself and separate your mind from your body and just observe the inhalation, exhalation. See the inhalation and exhalation separately. If you cannot feel the sensation, do little experiment yourself. Moving your upper body back and forth and the head moving up and down. Find the right posture. And navigate your inhalation, exhalation. focus your mind to inhalation, exhalation. Don't keep thinking yourself. Just learn to observe. Observe and understand. Thoroughly and deeply observe the inhalation, exhalation, and try to see the details inside. Observe how the inhalation, exhalation happening. Observe how the body responding to inhalation, exhalation. So, dear Dhamma friends, in life, the most of time you're not reacting to the real situations happening in day to day within yourself. The most of time you react to life the way you thinking. You have always ideas inside you keep talking to you. When situations come, what is happening? That come out through your bodily, verbally and mentally actions. So, and this is called, it's kind of like, the ditti in the Pali, the word it called ditti. Ditti means the view. You have a view about life. Okay? There are 10 views in life. You always have to remind. The first one called anicca sanya. The anicca sanya means impermanence. It's not permanent. So life is not permanent. Things always change. And you can die anytime. And your parents, your brothers and sisters, your friends and families can die anytime. There is a possibility. But still, even though it is a possibility yourself, tomorrow you're not going to die. That's how you plan life. Tomorrow, your parents are not going to die. That is the wrong view you get. See, that there is a possibility to die, but how tomorrow it's not going to happen, or next week, or next month, or he's going to live another 10 years. How you know that? That is the wrong view. And everything in life in day to day. Say, even though that that your view is wrong about it. And anatta sanya, it's not going to be anything like me. It's not going to, anything belong to me. Even from your own body to this entire universe, not going to be at any time, any moment, solid. It's always everything moving. Even though you know that, this is my body. See, that is the wrong view. Because why you need different Dhamma or to any other sutra to understand that? Because everything changed, and you go through this body, and so far you came, and you have seen how your past gone. Even you don't know what happened even in your own past. You cannot remember everything. In certain things, and you remember. And even the most of people, tell lie about their own history. Why? Because they don't know, they forget. Even that its things go away, but still you holding to this thing, this is mine. That is wrong view. And the asubha sanya, and this everything always decay, going away. Whatever the food you eat, it's going to, go away from you. Whatever the things come to you, it's day by day getting old. things start to disappearing from you. Even you already experienced that things. When in tomorrow, when you going to get something, or when you think, oh, I want this, do you ever recognize it also going to go away like that? No. Even that the food you eat, this everything, go out of our body. How many people, become the greedy, when it come to their, meal. If somebody else is, when there's everything is ready for you to eat, and say, okay, dinner is ready, the lunch is ready, and you go there, in case, somebody else ate that, you get mad. It doesn't matter your brother or sister or, husband, wife, friends, or, anybody, whoever hungry, even your own puppy, that, came and ate that, because it hungry. And you get mad. But you don't recognize it going to go away from you. See, even though truth is something else, even you know that, why it didn't become your view in your life? Why you responding in a different way? The reason is not because you ignorance, no. Because you don't reminding it again and again and again. That's all. And you don't reminding anything like that, and you come and sit for meditation, and the inhalation, exhalation happen, and you're not going to recognize the impermanent. Why? Because your view about the life is something else. So remember, in day-to-day life, that is the truth, that is what really happened inside. You don't need to believe it because of the monk said, or it is a Buddha said, or it is a Dharma said. No. That is what you experience. And anicca sanya, anatta sanya, asubha sanya, adinava sanya. There is always feedback, result come to you with all the actions. Always you go through hard time. Why? Because you have done something wrong. But still, when it comes to another action, do you ever think, hey, it's going to, react and it's going to come back to me? No, you don't care. See, you forget, you don't understand that whatever happened in your life, and reactions come in a different way. And then you think, oh, it is a bad karma. Then you blame to someone else. It's because of you. It's because of that. It's because of this situation. No. It's because you have done something. And anicca sanya, anatta sanya, asubha sanya, adinava sanya. So that means you always have to remember, always there is a reaction come towards you. We know that all the good things come, we like to get all the credit to us. Oh, I did this. But when all the bad things happen, you did this, she did that, this did, that person did that, it's because of the president, that person went to that place because of you. So you don't recognize that. So, pahana sangha, and always you have to remember, this is everything, going away and disappearing. And the morning come to you, what is happening? The next, it disappearing. That's why it become known. What happened to your childhood life? It disappeared. What happened to your teenager time? It disappeared. What happened to the youth? It disappeared. And what happened into this your old age? It's going to disappear. And then when it comes to the bad things, why you always hold afraid to the bad? Why you don't recognize it's going to disappear? Why you so craving to the good times? What will happen to that? It's going to disappear. You know, everything, that's what is we call the history. You know, all the disappearance, whatever we recorded, you know, this is our, you know, our history. You know, and it's going to go away. And always you have to remember that. When you remind it again and again, when a situation comes, what will happen? You don't need any dharma, and you don't need to go to counseling or asking someone, hey, what to do, because your life itself became a dharma. You know, when a situation comes, if it is good, you become more careful. You know, why? Because you do crazy things, and you know, so when the bad things come, you become relaxed. Why? Because it's going to go away. Huh? You know? And the Nirodha Sanya, you know, and always, sometimes you have seen when the very difficult situation came to you, and you thought in that situation, oh, I'm going to die, this is the end of the world, everything in. But see, these things went away. You know, and you passed that situation. You know, you passed that situation. So however the hard, you know, time came to you, and all the good time to came to you, you know, it slowly went away, slowly went away. You know, and the whatever that you hold, you know, going to you become stuck. You know, it doesn't matter the situation or the people or anything. You know, and sometimes, you know, there was a husband and wife came here and, you know, fighting. You know, and I asked, okay, you know, ask whatever what you want, you know, from her. You know, and I asked her to, okay, ask him what, and what she asked, give my space. Huh? See, even, you know, that sometimes we get into the situation, we get into the incidents, we get with the people, you know, and always you try to, you know, move away a little bit and keep a space. Huh? So you want that when you are inside the situation. So then how about tomorrow? You planning your tomorrow. Are you ever think it's going to lose your space? You're going to buy something? You know, are you ever thought it going to, you know, hijack certain space in your place somewhere? You know, and sometimes people get tired, and then, you know, weekend when you drive, you know, and people say, take it, it is free. Take it. Because people get tired. Huh? Huh? But the thing is this, when they go through and they get tired, even they know that. Huh? But when they're going to get something tomorrow, they never think, hey, this is going to get my freedom. Huh? You go to relationships, and, you know, you go to even the children, and you go to the, you know, any other situations in social, you know, situations in life, you never think. You escape from something, then again you jump to the, that is what called ignorance. Huh? It is not knowing reason. No. You knowing reason and repeating it again and again without, you know, what understanding. That is ignorance. So then remember this, you know, your life is dharma. There is nothing else. What the Buddha come and say, it show you open, you know, open your heart and open your life book and say, hey, look, you went through this. Then why you again doing this again? That is where you understand. Because nobody can give the dhamma. Nobody can touch your head and, you know, give enlightenment. So remember that your life will teach you the best lesson. No, you have to listen to that. The power is this. Once you read it, each and every moment, there is a power that it can change your everything. You know, there was a thief, and he used to, you know, go and, you know, do the robbery people, and so stealing things. And one day, the family blaming to him, the village people blaming to him, and he got tired. He thought, I want to give up this. And he went to a friend and asked, hey, this is what, I used to do. Can you help me to come out from this habit? Because wherever I go, I steal things. And then he told, I don't know. There is a monk in the forest. You can go to him and ask. He will advise you. So then he went to the monk and asked, is there any way that I can, become a good person, because I am doing this, this kind of thing. I am stealing wherever I go. I am a thief. So then the monk told, it is very easy. The person asked, how? Don't steal. But the thing is, what he told, no, because I cannot do it, because when I see something, I want to get some, I want to do it. I cannot stop it. My whole body is kind of like, take me. It's kind of like a current, habit. So then the monk told them, do like this. You steal and then put a heart back to that person. Okay? And at the same time, so you start, so this way, you're stealing and then you put heart back. And the guy was thinking, oh, that is good, because I can do whatever I like, and at the same time I can become a better person, I can steal also. And now, he was thinking, I want to become a good person. And he thinking, on the way, he got a news, there are some diamonds in the palace. So he thought, I want to try this. Now I'm going to become a good person, at the same time I'm a thief. Let's try this. And he was waiting, next to the palace under a tree, and he's waiting till the dark. So the king that day, wearing, like a ordinary person, he just came out how his, the country people living. He want to see. So, and then he saw this guy, person under the tree, and in the dark, and he just sitting there. The king went and asked, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm waiting to do something. So somehow they having a conversation, and the thief start to tell, I want to become a good person. I went to find this monk and he told me to, how to become a good person. Today I'm going to try this. And the king asked, how are you going to do? I want to see how you, and he told, this is what I'm going to do. If you want to like, if you want to see, come and join with me. And they became friends. And what happened? He went with the king to steal his own, diamond. And then, so the thief took all the diamonds, and the king was watching. And then think, and now I am practicing something good. What I am practicing? Giving back. Okay, and he put one diamond back. Okay, and went away. And then the morning came, and now everybody was upset and going here and there, because the old diamond disappeared. The king called to all the ministers, and told one of his very trustworthy minister to go and give him a report what happened, how much they lost. The minister went to the place and started to search all the diamond and everything on, and then he found one diamond. And he thought nobody knows about this. This is one diamond. What he did? He put his it in his own pocket and told all the diamond gone. The king was there, last night. And king knew, he put one back. And then he came and told to king, all the diamond gone. The king asked, are you sure? Yeah, everything gone. Then in front of everybody, king told him, searching. And they found the diamond. The most trustworthy person became the thief. The thief became the good person. So it doesn't matter who you are yesterday. Maybe you can become you was the best person to your family, husband, wife, children, everybody. But if you do something wrong today, you know, it's going to, go differently. And maybe you are the wrong, the most ugly person in your family, and the everybody blame to you, and doing, the bad things, you have done many wrong things in your life. But if you start from today to do something good and start to become a nice person, the entire universe start to change behind you. All the stars start to, change and start to write different, horoscope. You go to the horoscope reader and he start to look, this is not you. Because this change. There is nothing, any power behind you. It's your own actions. That is the truth. It is sometimes heavy, but that is the truth. So when you come to that point, that your actions from where it is start from your mind. Okay? From your mind. So then remember, it doesn't matter how hard, that when you going to start something, don't look the blessings from the outside or any, angel guidance or no. Start from, be clear inside your mind, you're going to get it. The thing is, when you are not clear inside your mind, so it doesn't matter whatever the things outside, it's not going to, show you the way. That is the way. So enlightenment, that is why when you become clear, I want to get it. Even the Buddha comes in front of you. When you start to look for that. But if you don't look for that, even the 100 Buddhas in your neighborhood, forget it. You just keep passing. You don't see it. So then remember, this power is behind you. And your thoughts, always the thoughts. So then, the whatever you always keep thinking about, your life, the whatever the views carry inside you, you have to reverse and look where it starts. So all the difficult situation that you go through and all the ugly, the memories that you have in your life, very difficult situation, you have to go back to the beginning. That is the power that you gain when you come to the clear mind. You start to see the beginning. When you have power to see the beginning, all the questions become answers. That is the way. Otherwise, if you don't see the beginning, even you get 100 answers to your questions, it all become tangles and become questions again. So being clear inside you, go back to the beginning. And so going back to the beginning, you have to first get into the present situation. Why this happened to me? That is what first you have to understand. It's kind of like a navigating. When you put the address to your, navigation, what it does first, it recognizes where you are. And then it start to show you the other place and get the distance and how long it take, which way to take. The first when you go to the mall or the public place or the park or big place, the forest, when you see the site map, what is the first thing that you have to see? Here you are. That will clear all the map. See, the same thing inside our life also. This is how when you separate a machine, when you separate the engine or anything like that, the first part you take out, when you put back, you put it last. So whatever the first thing you take out, when you fix it back, what you the last thing you put the first one, whatever you took. The kind of like when you focus to the present situation and start to become unclear, you will see all the situations and how this happened, and finally again you recognize the present situation. So then remember, first you have to look yourself. Another thing is, don't ask from others. Because others, they have their own ways to think about life. They have their own methods to go through. So, and sometimes if you just follow their advice to your life, not going to work. Not going to work. Because every situation has a history. Someone else's history, you cannot just follow. So then remember yourself. Be responsible. And don't afraid to be worthy for you. Even you go through pain, just appreciate yourself. Have a confidence to recognize, I am in pain. I am in difficult situation. I am broken. Why? Because that is where you can fix. You have to get that responsibility you. And that is where you go to your mind and start to find a way how I can fix this. Otherwise, if you don't take that responsibility, what will happen? You always, look the reasons from the outside. It's not going to happen. So, in life, there are 4 pillars, remember. There are 4 pillars that always things happening. Karma, Chitta, Ritu, Ahara. These are the 4 pillars. So, in this, 1/4 is called karma. 25% in your life, the whatever happened is karma. Karma means your own action. You have responsibilities. It's not the 100%. Like credit karma. No. It is not 100%. 25% karma. Otherwise, don't believe everything happened because of the karma. No. Because you have power to change the situation. Environment can change the situation. So other facilities can change the situation. So the karma, 25%. It's kind of like the 4 legs, table, pillars. You cannot weaken one leg. So even though there are 3 legs, always it's comfortable when all the 4 legs are strong. So the one is called karma. It's 25% in your life. That is how, as example, if I tell you, when you are in the mother's womb, without eating your own food, without choosing any kind of, this is good, this is bad, all your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body set up inside your mother's womb. How it happened? What is the power behind that? It's because of the karma. So especially your karma select your parents. Your karma select your birth. That's why in ancient time it say, to see your karma, look your surname. You will see from which line you coming from. The culture, tradition, believing system, whatever, all the patterns that you go through with these muscles, you will find with your family background. So the first one, karma. So then you can clean it by doing new action. There is a sutta called Nava Purana Kamma Sutta. You have old karma. Because of the old karma, you born in a certain place. That the karma select you to go there. But even you come to that place by effort, bodily, verbally and mentally action, you can change your own karma. How you can change? You have to recognize the karma happening because of the bodily, verbally and mentally action. When you recognize that, you have power to create new karma. There is no any karma beyond your bodily, verbally and mentally action. So then how the previous karma come and catch you? What is the reason? What is the magnet that you have? Even though this billion people all over the world, and in this universe maybe other planets, how exactly that karma come to you and catch you? You know how it comes? Have you ever thought, how can you, just, escape from how it comes? Because you keep repeating the action. That's why. There's no any other way to come. Once you change the action, it will go away. See how in day-to-day life you react to other people because of their actions. When their actions change, what will happen to your reaction? You change. So then the lesson is, don't keep repeating if you go through the bad situation. What you should not repeat? Bodily action, verbally action and mentally action. The most of time, the bodily action we change, we hold, we don't do any, action. Verbally action, and sometimes, ourselves we keep talking and blaming, thinking nobody hear it. And the mentally, how many times we kill people mentally? Because physically we cannot do, then we go to jail. But mentally sometimes, when we get angry, how many times we wish, see, you kind of like a murderer inside you. The verb, that is the most powerful action. Not the bodily action, not the verbal action. The mental action is the most powerful action inside you. Then you have to be very careful even though nobody here, nobody can see, the whatever you keep thinking inside you have a, huge power to change you. So then go back to that place, and start to replace with all the good thoughts. Always remember to replace with all the good thoughts. And then whatever you keep thinking, going to change, and because of that, your verbal action and your bodily action going to change. That is where you can change your karma. And the karma, the chitta, so then when your thoughts, the whatever you keep thinking, it's kind of like a new life, and also has a major role in your life. And even though karma is 25%, the present moment your mind, another 25% in your life. So even you go through a bad karmic, circle, when you have good thoughts, what will happen? You start to come with the good actions, and then you're going to survive. And you can change your life. Like that thief, start to be, even though he's a thief, what he did, he start to become generous. Even not 100%, at least just he had the thought. So even the good, the minister, he start to become bad with just one action, and he's changed. Look, the big, the beautiful people, all over the world sometimes, when they become big, powerful, using that power, how many nice things that they can do. But sometimes they use that power to do, the little ugly things in their life. See, it is your choice. And that little ugly things, can destroy their all the goodness. They cannot recover. Why? Because they do it in the strong place. You know. So then remember, when you get responsibilities in life, little by little by little, with that responsibilities, using that power, don't try to do ugly things. Always remember using that power to do something good. That is where you become a better person. You create new karma. And have the thought with always, with the loving kindness, generosity and compassion. How you can recognize you become a good person? How you can track yourself and see, are you practicing meditation or reading books, or you become a, mother, father, you become a partner, now you have a partner, you getting married, you become a husband, wife, children, and how you becoming a better person? How you know? What is the measurement you can see? If you are, reducing your greed, hatred and the delusion, mean ignorance, day by day, you becoming a better person. It doesn't matter who you are, day by day, your greediness becomes strong, your anger becomes strong, your ignorance becomes strong. Don't follow that path. It doesn't matter how famous it is, it doesn't matter whole world go that way, everybody children, don't follow that. It's going to take you to very difficult situation. So then what are the thoughts that you have to develop inside you? Or remember, always the loving kindness, generosity, compassion, and always whisper the truth that make you wise. Always whisper the truth. You're going to hear it if you whisper that. When unclear situations come, have a wish. I want to say what is exactly the truth in this situation. You will say. But the thing is this. Most of time, even though you see the truth, sometimes, when it comes to a choice, we have no power to select that. We always jump to the other side. Why? Because we clearly don't see, how hard our life went through when we jump to that. So that is why your own life experience, is very important. So the one fourth is, the chitta, and the ritu means the nature is another 25%. 25%. And so sometimes people, living in California and having a hard time, and they change the state and go to another place, and to find a different lifestyle. Why? Because this environment, create a certain situation. So then you focus more zoom the situation. The place that you hold, the place you living, your living room, your bedroom, has an environment can change your mind. And maybe you see that you wanna become a different person. You wanna come out from certain situations, and you go outside. You come to temple, you go to the church, you go to library, you go to the very nice places around, and you go hike and you climb mountains, go to the beach, and that moment you feel wow, and the evening where you come back to the your room, and in that room it hold all the memory, can pull you back to that difficulties. It's kind of like this. Sometimes when we visiting houses, they have the old alcohol bottles everywhere. They keep it kind of like design, and the guy can't tell me us I want to give up the drinking alcohol. So the first thing they have to do, take out that all the bottles and clean the house. Why? Because even though he want to become a new person, when he living inside his house, his eyes through the bottles always drinking. Huh? Ah. Then you have to remember, you're looking for a change, but you keep all the things that you hold to your own life with around you. Huh? So then change that. Take out, throw it away. Why? Because it didn't take you to the right place. Took you to the wrong place. Then why you keep it still? It doesn't matter. Maybe it is worth. This is so valuable. Forget it. Why? Because it took you to the wrong place. Then what you need to do? Throw it. Huh? Even don't give it to anyone. Don't give. Why? Because if it did take you to the wrong place, huh? So, but the thing is this, people not like that, and sometimes the food they eat, it make them sick. You know what they do? They give it to someone else to eat. They have no common sense to recognize, it make me sick. It's going to sick other person too. And they think, it make me sick, I want to become more generous, just eat this. No, you're not going to become generous person, you get more sick. Why? Because that is why, So you have to recognize very simple. Dhamma is not difficult thing. It is very simple. That is why when the Buddha said, how the sinners start and so the flower, no talks, no words, and the other monk just saw the flower and a smile, and look at the history of the saint. That is how it is start, and this all when you go to the depth of the Dhamma, it's very simple. What the Buddha talk about the rivers, the flowers, the trees, clouds, animals, that is what he talk. All, it is very simple. But when our mind is complicated, very simple things, disappearing. And then you always wish, it should be complicated. When you hear a talk that you can understand, you think it is not the Dhamma. When you hear a talk that you cannot understand, you think, oh wow, that is, something good. Why? No, because we always thinking it's kind of like complicated, no? So then don't wish for that complicate life. So remember that if it is anything is that it make you hard and difficult, don't recommend it to anybody. That is a very good generous way in your life to become generous. Even don't wish that to anybody to find it in their ways. How you can, because it make you painful, it make you difficult, it took you to problems, then how you can recommend it as something good? So the environment, it is a very important thing. Then set up your life, set up your environment the way the you want look. When the season change, everything change. From the ancient time, people was more tuned to the nature, and they understood more deeply the nature. And when the season change, they change their clothes, they change their food. Today it's kind of like a festival. Still people keep doing, but they don't go to the depth. They keep the old, and they changing the no. When you go to the new, remember, just release the so you inhale, and your inhalation start to accumulate the lactic acid inside you. What will happen? You get sick. So with the exhalation, and you take out all the carbon dioxide, and it giving you life. And that is the truth, that is the Dhamma. You learning, observing the inhalation, exhalation. It make you wise. So then when you go to the go to tomorrow, you know. Don't take that whatever the today memory to tomorrow. Then you create a different situation. You know, you make poison. You know, there are certain food, you cannot mix that food. You know, when you mix that food, it creates different kind of, uh, gas inside you. You know, so then you have to separate that. The drinks, you know, and there are, it's a, a different science. You know, you cannot mix that all the drinks, why it creates something else. So your thought also the same, your environment also the same. You know, so then the thing is this: when you set up certain ideas inside you, and your nature, that the place you live in, your environment is different kind of energy, and when this both come, it can make you crazy. It's kind of like a becoming poison. Outside you be a very nice good person, but when you come to that inside your room, you become a crazy person. Huh? And you don't know why this is happening. So why? Because your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind always eating. Your eye eating through the pictures or the colors. Your ear eating through always the noise, sound. Your nose always eating through the smell. Your tongue always eating through the food. Your body always eating through the sensation. And your mind always eating through the thoughts that you have. So when you change the environment, whatever you see always, it's going to, change your mind. And whatever you hearing, it's going to change you. So then whatever you keep watching, it's going to change. It's not only you, your whole family sometimes change. Yesterday, I tell you an incident, and the father and mother came. Now their son going to become an actor. So the mother don't like. So the mother he wanna become somebody else. You know how it start? So mother used to watch Hindi movies with this son. So every week, this Paulbrook, they say they bring all the Indian movies to this Paulbrook theatre. Every week. So the mother go with this son. It happened like 10 years. So now the mother go with the son, and son always watch the movies, and what he saw, the movies. And now he want to become an actor. Why? Because he was keep watching the movies, he want to become an actor. But mother don't like. So then how it start? Who feeding the idea to this son? The mother. Why? Because she took him to watch movies. That is where he picked, So sometimes the reason is you create the situation, but later when you try to escape without knowing that you create that, you are the one who inside that, and how you can escape from you? Huh? That is why people say, I don't know what to do. So remember, and be very careful. When you want to become clear person, what you have to do, change your environment. And give, throw this everything. And start something new. And don't keep repeating, and don't even wish for, someone to do the same. And there was a boy, and he always go out at night with the torch. The father was, watching this, and one day catch him and ask, where are you going? I go to see my girlfriend. Then why you take the torch? No, because I cannot see dark, I want to see her, in light. So the father told, in my time, I used to go, at night without any light. The son told, that's why you always keep fighting with the mother. So, it's, sometimes, don't wish that if you do something, don't wish the same thing, other person should do this way, this way, like that. If you went through hard times, sometimes people think they also should go the hard way. No, it's kind of like a relay game. And all our ancestors passed this time, passing the baton, and now you are the top of the line. You should not go like the typical way like your ancestors. You should not repeat that mistake whatever your parents did. You have to learn from that and become a new person. And then even in the future, don't wish whatever the difficulties that you went through, don't wish for anybody. Wish always the good for them. That make you more, nice person. And even you get fail, on the way, and always wish for others to become success. That make you success person in the next step. But when we fail most of time, we wish others to fail. And we fail again. Change the environment. It is a deep science that you have to start from your thoughts and start from your own space wherever you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter you living in a palace, you living in the street. Start from the place that you live in. And set up the place the way you want. And so you don't believe, most of things I found out to this place. I don't go and buy from the big places. I don't have money sometimes like that. I buy Craigslist.
Craigslist.
And sometimes people, when I have idea, and when the David sometimes, this is a bed. This look, this, all this altar, it's a bed. See, this way, when you have, what you want, it's not, you don't need it. So, no, it's your idea can change your environment. So start from when you want to become clear. Teach to your children, teach to your friends. If they are in a situation, and they hold it to the material and they keep and they want to change a different person, no, it's not going to happen. Why? 25%, the has power to hold you. Even you have good karma, your thoughts. If you are living in a wrong environment, you cannot escape. It is not the karma. It is the environment has power. So then it doesn't matter how healthy, good karma you have to be healthy. But when the winter time comes, if you don't care, and wearing nice, warm clothes, and then what will happen? You get sick. So that is not karma. You associate the environment in a wrong way. In the summertime come, if you wearing too much clothes, you sweating, you feel uncomfortable, and you get and the pain. That is not karma. That is what? It is living the in the wrong way in the environment. So in according to the different countries, the lifestyle different. So then you have to remember that in according to that you have to adjust. So but we are not like that. Wherever we go, it doesn't matter. We don't care the place. What we do, we most of time we want to become the same person everywhere. We don't want to adjust according to that place. So sometimes people go camping, and they take their own bed, their own pillow, their own comfort, everything. their own plate, their own cup, and their own food, and they go there, and it's kind of like they're living their own world. No, you have to let go that. No? See? So don't play. So then the tomorrow is different. And when you then the tomorrow comes, and according to that situation you have to adjust. So that is what you understanding when you observe the inhalation, one inhalation long and another inhalation short, and another inhalation another length, and the exhalation also. Each and every inhalation and exhalation different. That is where you get the knowledge. Every moment in your life different. So adjust. Don't be like like this. I am like this. I am like no. Learn to be flexible. Change always. Another thing is karma, chitta, ritu, ahara. So the ahara means the food, the fourth pillar. The food, as I told, your eye eating the food always through whatever you see, whatever you watch, and the ear always eating the sound, and you just thinking that only the healthy food can make you healthy. No, if you eating the wrong food with your eye, with your ear, nose, and associate the wrong people, just eating the good food or go to organic, not going to make you healthy. Why? Because the people you associate, always feeding you the wrong ideas. So, and yourself, the whatever you keep watching is something wrong. It make you crazy, and the outside your life not going to become successful. So then, and this all the 5 kind of food you have to be very careful and select. If you want to be changed, if you're looking for success, and always look the successful things, and always watch the ideas that you can get to become success. That is the most beautiful thing that today that in this life, because in the ancient time, not even ancient, even in 1980, when we go to libraries, sometimes only one book in the library, and whoever go there and he take the book and he hide, only he knows that one book in the library where it is. We have to go to him, get the notes to find that books. He don't give it to anybody, and it's very hard. And sometimes behind the teacher you have to go and wait till to hear something. They don't tell. They give the knowledge to their favorite sometimes. But today it's not like that. Nobody can hold the knowledge today. So then whatever you spend the time, make it profitable. And look, this going to make me ugly person or going to make me successful person. And then you have to get all the good things out of the society, out of this success. So when you hear sometimes music or the whatever the things, even you don't know what is the meaning and where it take you, with the very ugly words, and the people hear it. And even you cannot repeat that words, So why you hear like that thing? It make you sick. And then you have to see, are you hearing something make you more valuable person, healthy person? Then go back to that. There are very beautiful music, nice movies, and very educated things, people, from the history. So still you have, and without anybody, today you have power to select that things. Always go to that. You have to watch good movies, and you have to listen to good music, and remember sometimes and when we go to schools, when we even monks, always our high priest told us, the whatever the poems that make you nourish, always remember. So when we are in a difficult situation, we don't cry. you know, we sing poems. It make us, you know, strong. Huh? Ah. So, but today, you know, the whatever the things that people keep repeating, it's not going to nourish them. They may make them more breakup, you know, more painful. You know? Ah. So whatever the songs or the movies, you know, make you sad, you know, if you thinking about it, what will happen? You create that sad situation inside you. Huh? You will go through the sad experience again and again, you know, in your life. Why? Because that is what you hold it to you. You know? So then select yourself. Good, you know, and make you more wise, make you more nourished person to the future. You know, and make you more wise person. And the smells, you know, it's very important, you know, and sometimes people addicted to, you know, the ugly smells, you know, and the dirty smells. People are addicted to that, you know, and get addicted to the good smells, you know, and like one time, you know, the people, the all over the world, the sandalwood became very famous, huh? When the Beatles start to play, huh? It became very famous. You know, it see in the American history, you know, how this all the yoga and everything came to this, you know, environment, you know. So because the smell is very important, even maybe you don't care about it, this all the marketing people use that, you know. So then yourself, you have to remember that, you know, always remember, because your nose cannot, you know, exist without the smell. So then what you have to do, select something good, not you know, not to without the smell, no, select something good, stay with something make you more you know, awake person, you know, because the nose has power to, you know, vibrate your brain. Huh? Smell. No? So then remember that. And sometimes, you know, the people who are addicted to the alcohol, it's a one thing is the smell. That's why the lemon can cleanse them. You know, and even the fish, sometimes people, you know, the don't like the fish smell, but still they eat. You know how? Because there is a piece of lemon next to that. Huh? Even though you don't, you know, like the smell, you eat that fish. The science, because the lemon cleans that the smell. Huh? So like that, remember. Then if you want to become wise, you know, the nose can make you enlightened. Why? Because your nose put you to the troubles, you know, and you know, put it to hard time, you know, and you know, in the difficulties, and at the same time it can rescue you, you know. In the it's like girlfriends, you know, boyfriends, they love the smell sometimes, you know. It's a you know, that is a science, you know. And even when you become elder, you know, children and parents, you like the smell, you know. We used to sleep with our father, you know, with our mother, huh? It's keep you whole, you know. Even your house, you know, then your country, you know, you have certain places that make you nourish with the smell, you know. But the thing is this, are you aware it make you sick or healthy person? That is the challenge that you have to find out, you know. So then get into the good. And the other thing is you know, the sensation. The sensation here directly, what is the sensation? It is the bodily comfort and the human association. You have to have a good network of people, you know. Remember, that doesn't mean you hate to the no. You always remember to have wise people around you, the good people who want to become good. You want to be, whoever want to become successful people, keep that people around you as friends. Go behind them, stay behind them, and sometimes they will, don't come, stay away from me. No, go behind them. It's worth for you. Ah. So that is how sometimes when we learn, in the school, and whoever the higher class, when we don't have anything in our class, when our teacher absent, we always go to the higher class. They say, don't come here, go away, go away. But we slow, go behind the wall and listening, what they keep at, learn, you know. Why? Because we love the knowledge. We always keep follow. You know. We have the curiosity to understand, what is the truth. So go behind people, and you need people. And even that your friend is doing the wrong things, and even he's a ignorant person, and if you have intention to make him wise person, nice person, good person, you become more wise person. Huh? So sometimes, but the thing is this, sometimes other ignorance, we keep them as ignorance to exist our position. Other failures, we keep them as failures to make us to become winners. Don't do that. If you can do a sin, that is the most powerful sin. To be wise, you make them others ignorance. It's kind of like, yeah, I can become a teacher, keep them all of you like a students. No, it is a sin. You have to be like, me. That is the beauty of the Buddha. There are no followers. When you practice, when you understand to the same level. When you become enlightened, there is no higher position or lower position. So then remember, your husband, wife, children, friends, parents, if they are more greedy, try to make them more generous. It's good for you and good for them. If they are more angry people, make them more loving kindness people. Don't make them more angry. Look at the world today, and the behalf of the religions, the tradition, the people make others angry. And when others angry, people become happy. See where things go wrong. So don't do that. Start from you. Start from your friend. If you think they go wrong, we help them. That is why you are next to him. That's why you are friend. Because if you don't help, who going to help? And try to make them more wise. Maybe it is painful, you have to go through a hard time, but it is okay. It make you more worthy person. It make you more beautiful person one day. At least you try, at least you had the thoughts to help for someone. And so like that, always remember to share your knowledge. And this is nothing, not to hold yourself. No, this is to share, because when it share, you brush up your knowledge. So when I give it to you, it brush up inside me. If it is wrong, and I start to see, from that day I'm not going to follow that. Why? Because I know it is wrong. So how I became like this? Because it always took me to the right place. That's why I'm giving it to you. If it make me wrong, no. From that day, even I'm ready to give up the road. Still I'm looking for a chance to make it, wrong. No. I couldn't find. That is the power. I became like this. There is nothing. Because always whatever I go through, it make me successful inside my mind, wisdom. So, and it's beautiful, and when it share, it will be beautiful. So that is why this is just not only you. You have to always share it with your family members, others, and then you developing good environment and build up a network around you, good people. And at least when you have a situation, social, economical, spiritual, Even you can share the knowledge, you can get the help, you can talk and have some group of people around you. And look, if they go wrong way, and pull them back and put it to the right path. At least, and push little by little. And becoming a good friend and having a good friend, is the greatest blessing. Why? You one day going to become enlightened, not because your parents, not because your teachers, because of your friends. That is why the Buddha said, always wish for good friends. And be a good friend. So the food, always, your body need people. It's not just only the husband and wife, not only the children. Your body, associate the human, feelings. So your body get nourished from the other people. So then remember, have good people around you. And always, if the people, all other people go wrong way, you have no choice, then remember to pull them back, and start to, and to change them little by little. You can do it. So look this, the terrorist people from far away from another countries through the internet change the people's mind. Why then you cannot change your friends? Because you don't do it, that is the problem. They do it, and then you blaming how these people do this, because you don't use your power. All the good people don't do their goods, so that's why the bad becomes strong. Only solution is not the war. What you have to do, strong, make you a good strong. That is where. How you going to start? Start from you and start from your friends and families. And and tell them to give it to someone. Give it to someone. Without any condition or without any limitation. So remember these 4 pillars. Always blame to the karma. It is a one part, and your thoughts one part, and your environment one part, and other one is your food circle is one part. And this all can make you sick or make you healthy. And you have to be very careful with whatever you're eating. At the same time, remember, and people today only the food wise, that means, the whatever the food they eat through their mouth, they thinking about it, only it, and they think it should be healthy, organic, like that. But they associate the wrong people, they see the wrong things, they hear the wrong things, and they get sick. So then remember, you have to eat this food, 5 ways, all the healthy food. And so when you have power to live like that, then naturally you are conscious being. You're living in the moment. Your whole life become like a meditation. You experience always the wisdom. Then there is nothing that you're looking for enlightenment. You are enlightened. That is the power. So is there any question, please? We do loving kindness meditation for a moment also. Palms together and repeat after me. Maya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipattiya
Patipattiya
Buddhang
Buddhang
Pujemi
Pujemi
Dhammang
Dhammang
Pujemi
Pujemi
Sanghang
Sanghang
Pujemi
Pujemi
Attaya
Attaya
Imaya
Imaya
Patipattiya
Patipattiya
Jati
Jati
Jara
Jara
Vyadi
Vyadi
Maranamha
Maranamha
Paribunjissami
Paribunjissami
Idamme
Idammi
Punyang
Punyang
Asavakkaya
Asavakkaya
Vahang hotu Sabba dukkha
Sabbadukkha
pamucchatu.
Pamucchatu.
May you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Please say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.